It is August 26th, 1883. You are a mariner on the Sunda Strait, one of the busiest colonial trade corridors in the Dutch East Indies. The island to your port side is forested, three-peaked, and quiet. Its name is Krakatoa. It will not be quiet much longer. Within 48 hours, over 36,000 people are dead. The sound, the loudest in recorded human history, is heard clearly on Rodriguez Island, nearly 4,800 kilometers away. A single pressure wave circles the entire globe 7 times, logged on barometers across 4 continents. What the record shows, hour by hour, is how each threshold was crossed and why none of it could be stopped. This is the final 48 hours, reconstructed from ship logs, colonial records, and the Royal Society's own investigation. Stay with it to the end. From May of 1883 onward, the ships passing through the Sunda Strait began filing reports. Steam columns visible at distance, fine ash settling on deck planking, a sulphurous smell detectable miles offshore, compass needles refusing to settle, soil temperature on the island's slopes measurably elevated. Every observation was logged, none triggered an evacuation order. The island's last major eruption was measured in centuries, not years. Commerce in the strait continued without interruption. Colonial authorities received the reports and filed them. In August, a Dutch government surveyor reached the island. The forests were gone. The slopes were ash fields. 3 vents were active. He recommended vessels avoid the area. His name does not survive in the transcript. By the final days, the escalation was catastrophic in aggregate, invisible only because each individual step had seemed manageable. On August the 26th, a detonation rattled windows 160 kilometers away in Batavia. The precursor phase was over. Before dawn on August 26th, the detonations begin in earnest. In Batavia, 160 kilometers to the northeast, windows rattle. Residents note the concussion in their diaries without alarm. They have heard Krakatoa before. By midday, the SS Loudest is working through the Sunda Strait when the sky closes entirely. Pumice falls onto the deck. The crew notes it is warm to the touch. The captain's log records darkness broken only by volcanic lightning arcing through the eruption column above. There is no harbour to retreat to. The vessel continues. You are on that ship. The compass will not settle. The darkness at noon is absolute. By evening, the strait has ceased to function as a navigable corridor. Ash, electrical discharge, falling stone. The scale of what residents and mariners are enduring already exceeds anything in recent regional memory. And none of it is the catastrophe. The paroxysmal phase is still hours away. August 27, 1883, the first detonation registers at approximately 5:30 in the morning, then 6:44, then 10:02. Each explosion is larger than the one before it. The 10:02 eruption is the climactic event. The column reaches an estimated 80 kilometers altitude. The pressure wave departs the Sunda Strait in every direction simultaneously. Barometers in Kolkata record it, in Honolulu, in Buenos Aires. 3 continents independently instrumented, registering the same atmospheric disturbance. That wave circuits the entire globe 7 times before the instruments stop responding. The sound reaches Rodriguez Island, nearly 4,800 kilometers away. Listeners there describe it as artillery. The same report comes from Australia, from the Philippines, from Sri Lanka. Independent coastlines, independent sources, consistent across all of them. No human-made explosion in the era of modern measurement has produced a pressure wave of equivalent reach. The record is not a superlative applied loosely. It is a measurement confirmed across the instrumented world. By late morning on August 27th, the island is gone. The paroxysmal explosions have emptied the magma chamber beneath Krakatoa's northern cone. Without structural support, the land above collapses inward. Where solid ground had stood for millennia, seawater fills a caldera estimated at nearly 300 meters deep. Approximately two-thirds of the island's landmass has ceased to exist. The displacement of that water is immediate and enormous. Tsunami waves strike Merak, Anjer, and Teluk Betung within minutes. Documented wave heights reach approximately 30 meters along both coasts. The lighthouse at Anjer is destroyed. A Dutch naval vessel is carried roughly 3 kilometers inland. Over 300 coastal settlements are affected. The total documented death toll exceeds 36,000. The geographic breakdown across Java, Sumatra, and open water remains incompletely established in the surviving record. That number is recorded here without elaboration. The geological event is over. The atmospheric event is just beginning. What the telegraph made possible in 1883 had no precedent. Tambora's death toll reached European desks weeks late, carried by ships and letters. Leakey's slow poisoning of northern skies was reconstructed after the fact. Krakatoa arrived in London while the ash was still falling. A catastrophe legible to the world in real time for the first time. The Royal Society's 1888 investigation documented what had only been theorized before. One eruption, one stratosphere, one measurable global temperature decline. That the altered skies over Europe may have shaped the background of Munch's most enduring painting remains proposed, not confirmed. What is confirmed is that the forces responsible have not ceased. Anak Krakatoa rose in 1927. It partially collapsed in 2018. The coast had no warning. The sources used to reconstruct this history are listed in the description below. If this record compels you, the documented history of the geological and human catastrophes that shaped the modern world is equally worth examining with the same rigor. Another last day every week.